Hello, I'm Ron Bannister, I'm Eastern Kansas Transportation Assistant. What I'm going to demonstrate today is the general use on a UVC light that is for COVID-19 specifically, although it does help with decontamination with other viruses, bacteria, molds, and that sort. I'm going to show you how to set up on a static display here. This is the kit. This is the UVC light itself, mounted to its base with a remote, a 15-foot extension cord, 4 bungee cords, and a tarp. Each part belongs to a set kit. There'll be 2 kits in Leavenworth, 2 kits in Topeka. In Leavenworth, it'll be out of Building 21, second floor, engineering. In Topeka, it'll be in Building 3, my office, room A20A. Number of features, UVC light. On the directions here, I've got 3 websites for specific questions about UVC, what they can do, what they can't do, and what are the effects. But in general, UVC light exposure to human skin will cause reddening and also temporary injuries to the retina of a human eye. So don't expose yourself, and the way I'm recommending a setup, we should never see or be exposed to UVC light directly. Most of the vehicles that will be treated if needed, okay, that's for suspected or confirmed contamination of a virus. All right, so once you have that, you'll come to one of 2 locations. You'll check out a kit. I recommend that a second person help, but not required. Expect about 30 to 45 minutes from the time that you set up to the time that you're packing everything back up again. To prevent UVC light from coming outside the vehicle, highly recommend that you place a tarp over the vehicle. You can use a bungee cord, each to the 4 corners. Right now there's no breeze, so the tarp probably wouldn't need it. But occasionally, just in the last few minutes, there's been a slight breeze, and it will move the tarp. So highly recommend the bungee cords if you need it. When you set up the vehicle, leave one corner open so that you can put the lamp inside the vehicle. For a sedan, I recommend a central location. Okay, just place the base with the light on there. Okay, this cover just protects the lamp from being bumped and damaged. That's quartz glass. I highly recommend nobody touch the lamp. Okay, our oils and grease and dirt might affect the life expectancy of the light. So as you can see, there's metal bars around there, and then this metal whatever framework that's around it. Okay, so you should never have to touch the lamp itself. All right, it's got about a 6 to 7 foot long cord. Run this through an open window. Okay, in preparation for setup, make sure your radio's off because this lamp makes tones that you need to listen for. Turn the ventilation system to high so that we can get the airflow going through. So anything that might be inside the ventilation system will be out in the compartment of the vehicle and get affected by the UVC light. Okay. You will need to park the vehicle within 10 feet of an outlet. Alright, so what you'll end up doing, take your extension cord. Once you've got the light set up in there, take your extension cord, plug it in, go ahead and close your door. Make sure everything's set up the way it needs to be. At that time, plug everything in. Oh, I forgot to grab the remote. take the cover off before you use the light. All right, plug it back in. On the remote, do not use these times because this light was actually designed to decontaminate a room, not a vehicle. So 30 minutes is the shortest amount of time. We recommend 11 to 16 minutes for a compartment of a vehicle. All right. Hit the unlock button, which is the lock button right there in the middle. Just press it once. You'll hear a tone. Just press it once. Once you're ready, use a timepiece of your choice and press on. You'll hear 20 seconds of tones. That gives you enough time to make sure everything's secure. Close your tarp. Okay. Once the beeping stops, the light is now on inside. Okay. I'll show you here. I'm gonna turn this off because we're not going to do a contamination. Okay. Once you're done, before you remove the tarp, disconnect the electrical cord. That way, there's no way that when you open this up, if the remote just didn't get the signal, didn't send it, your UV light's not going to be on, and you get exposed. The underside of these lights right here, there's 3 of them. Those are motion sensors. When this light is on, if these sensors pick up motion, it will automatically turn off the light. It's a safety feature. Okay? It will keep it on, or keep the lamp off for 2 minutes after the last sense of motion. So you can either, if you've had to go in there and adjust something or whatnot, you know, I recommend turning it off first by the remote. But if it does sense motion and you want to turn it back on, just hit the on button again. Okay? It'll beep again. Okay? But that's that. Now for a van, I don't know if you want to pause it. For a van, frontal exposure area. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it or not. UVC light will only disinfect line of sight. So if the light hits it directly, the virus, bacteria, whatever, okay, that's where the decontamination. Where it's positioned right now, it will not decontaminate the rear seats or the rear cargo area. So if you need to or want to decontaminate that area, once you've done your exposure time in the front area, stop it, reposition your light, reroute your electrical power as needed. Okay, always keep it unplugged unless you're actually about ready to turn it on or using it. All right, set your exposure again, 11 to 16 minutes. Okay, if you've got a much longer vehicle, most of our vehicles that I foresee as being contaminated would be a sedan or a passenger van. If you feel a need to continue moving the light back, that's up to you. You know best. Okay, just be aware that position the light so that it's going to get the most maximum amount of effectiveness. Okay, line of sight decontamination. If you have to move the light, please hold it from the eye bolt and kind of support it on the base. And that's pretty much it.